Hi everyone, this is Intuitive Channel Sherry Lynn. I hope you're well. This is a new addition in the series I'm doing, recording channel guidance for people who have submitted questions on areas of concern in their life. And it is my way of thanking new subscribers and welcoming you into our community, and also to give you a sample of what it looks like, what it feels like when I'm doing one-on-one private reading on Zoom or over the phone with people. So this is a mini reading, and I'll go about 10 minutes or so just to give a brief insight of what I'm getting when I connect to Source. And if you are interested in having one of these mini readings, just comment below and I'll put the details, several places actually, in the description below this video. And I will pin a comment that describes what to do. And it's really easy. And what else? Oh, and I'll put in the description, I'll put a link to a video I made called How to Receive a Free Mini Reading with Sherry Lynn, just to keep it simple for you. So that's the scoop. What I'm going to do now is read the message. Actually, I should say read the question. And then I'm going to get quiet for a moment, go within and connect to the divine and bring forth guidance. So here we go. I think I'm just going to read. This is for Seela, by the way. Hi, Seela. Thank you for joining us and warm welcome. And I request that people submit a question or an area of concern. And so here's what Seela wrote. She said, very similar to the reading, the mini reading you just did for Pamela. So I'll link that below too. And she said, very similar to the reading you just did for Pamela. And then it wasn't quite enough information for me, and I really want to do my best work. So I asked her to describe in her own words. It just helps me pick up the energy. And also, what we say in our words, they have energy. So I can get the gist of what's going on. Um, and and then I asked her also, because my guide said ask her about her siblings, and I trust my guides, so I knew there was something there, and so I said my guides also suggested that I ask you about your siblings and their marital status. So that's the communication I gave back to her, and she responded, I have an older brother who was married and now divorced. I have a younger sister who has never been married. Okay, so then she wrote, I could use your insights on why I haven't found a husband at age 39. So it's very amazingly similar to Pamela's reading, mini reading. She is 39 as well. I'm not sure where it's going wrong, she says. I just feel there's a block of me getting married, but unsure of what it could be. I feel I have been through a marriage by witnessing what my brother has been through. And in fact, it's opened my eyes more as to what I want and what I don't want. I want to find a guy for the right reasons, not just a status to make everyone else around me happy. So beautifully expressed, Seela. Thank you so much. Really helps me get a sense of what's in your heart. All right, so gonna get quiet and go within. So, Seela, they want you to know that although there are many commonalities between you and Pamela's situation, uh, the the word I'm hearing is outpicturing. So the results of beliefs inside uh, are outpicturing, like showing up as not being in a relationship and not being married, actually. But the beliefs are different, so that's where I'm just going to let go of Pamela's situation and really zone in on what I'm hearing and what I'm feeling, especially. And so we're going to the brother first because that was what they wanted me to ask you about. Was I knew something happened with the sibling, and I wasn't sure what it was, and you were kind enough to share. You, I'm going to assume that your brother married not out of deep love, but out of obligation, out of honoring culture and community and parents and, trying to do the right thing, good intentions. And yet he knew, this is not what I want in a marriage. I'm not in love. I'm not deeply in love. I know there's care and kindness between, but I don't feel the love between. It's mutual too. It's not one-sided. It was a mutual. Um, and I know you know all this. I'm just expressing what I'm getting to get going here. The settling is really the energy on his situation when he was going into it. Uh, he's just sort of, here's the word, resigned to the idea that he had to get married to someone that was not what he dreamed of. Resignation. I'm going to write that down because I feel that word's got a lot of energy for you too. Resignation. Okay, we're going to go there. So, anyways, your brother marrying someone he wasn't deeply in love with and like resigned to that. All right, oh well, I'm just going to do this to keep my family happy. Ends up becoming very clear that the marriage can't last and he can't sustain. Uh, you know what? I just keep hearing he can't sustain the lie, and I don't need to know what unfolded. Any dramas or private stuff, but the essence is it wasn't working for either of them, and they both wanted their freedom. Um, so I don't want to tap into that. It's hard not to because I'm starting to get it, but and it's messy. It's really messy to undo what's been done, undo the marriage and divorce. And a lot of trauma involved in it. A lot of trauma. Gosh. So that's really what takes place first. Now, it has a dramatic effect on those around him, right? And especially his sister, you, Seela. So I'm getting something which I need to share, which is relevant to the whole bigger picture, because metaphysically, we want to catch our breath and say, what is going on here? Because we're trying to get to the root of you, right? But what happened in your view, your observing of your brother's situation, really impacted is the word I'm hearing. How you see the world in terms of you and marriage, and so going back to this metaphysical picture I want to share is there is a belief, and I subscribe to it, doesn't mean you have to, but they want me to show you that, and the belief goes something like this: in between lifetimes, with free will, we choose what we want to experience in the next lifetime. And it has to do with what type of growth or enlightenment. If we want to, for instance, we want to experience compassion. Sometimes we come down and we go through something that's rough, and then we are learning forgiveness because we end up having compassion for other people who might go through something similar. So we choose what we want to experience in a lifetime. And so, and it's a soul family, so everybody volunteers, and you wanted to experience whatever you're going through up to this point. It's not a life sentence, by the way, but it's a divine plan that is in the momentum is going really strong. And your brother volunteered out of love, two souls, you and your brother. He said, I'll be the big brother and I'll show her what not to do. Gets me a little touched up. Yeah, out of love, he volunteered to go through this for you. Okay, it's part of his growth too, but there's a huge part is for yours. So he comes down, and you come down, and your other sister, younger sister, come down and have this family with your parents. Everybody's part of it, even your extended family. Agreed. They're your soul family, and they're your extended family here. So there's a soul contract going on, and your brother ends up going through this so you can see what not to do, how painful it is. And you're a quick study. So you did a really good job of saying, not for me, I'm not doing it, I am not settling. Okay. So that's like the background I'm getting of why your brother's situation was so instrumental. And you got the message. You're aware that's not what you want to do. And then here comes the part where, so someone outside of this might say, well, if she knows she doesn't want to settle, what's the problem? Right? But that's not the truth of how challenging this is for you, Seela. And really, my heart goes out to you, and we're going to get solutions for you. Understanding and then solutions. So basically, not wanting to settle ends up for you out of self-protection. It's a self-love, actually. Putting up a wall, a bit of a wall. You've got such a good heart, but this wall came up to protect your heart, you see? And it's keeping the wrong ones out. That was like the guardrails go up out of protection. Like, I'm not going to let the wrong ones in, so the wall goes up. But I think you know what's coming. That is the wall that keeps true love from finding you and getting in. It's the same wall. So it's a little bit. It's all protection, but it's keeping the good ones out, even for dating. Like, I think you might see a pattern where the ones that come across your path aren't so great, aren't good for you. I mean, they might be good people, but they're not a good match for you. They're not what you want. So that's the block, like a brick wall that you mention you're aware of. So good on you for having a sense that there is something there, and that's what it is the wall's up to protect, but it's no longer serving you. It was important, and you didn't do anything wrong. It's just, now it's like, okay, here's the memo. It's time to bring it down. And you don't have to shock yourself by completely breaking down that wall. Just let a little crack of light in. Okay, just a little crack in the wall, and the light comes in. And so that's your wonderful man that's coming can find you, can see your light. You just need a little light to shine, and uh, he can find you. And also, okay, just having to shut down and keep that wall up, it shut down your heart a bit too. Not with friends and family, but in the love arena. The romantic heart is, um, yeah, just kind of covered up. There's a beautiful heart in there, and it's just covered up, kind of like fog around it. And so, like the crack, letting the light in. How does the fog in our weather system dissipate the sunlight? The mist, it disperses and the light comes in. So that's the image I'm getting to share with you is um, find ways, and we're going to help you to let a little love in. Let that crack open up enough. So that's that image. What's really going on now? That's kind of like brother. Your parents, they're really not the problem. It's this extended family, which is, kind of like aunts and uncles and friends, deep friends of the family. Uh, Pressure. Oh my gosh, no wonder you're upset. They're just pounding you. And they don't even have to say it anymore. You know what they're thinking. They're just judgmental and don't understand why you haven't been married yet because you're lovely and you're bright and you're sharp and kind and have so much to offer, and they're like, well, doesn't she want to get married? Doesn't she want to have children? And you know pressure on you to please your parents, and questioning um, why you're not doing what they think is the right thing. So there's a lot of harsh energy coming at you from them, and it's tough to ignore. It's really tough to ignore and stick to your plan, which is a divine plan to have true love. Oh, also, you're role modeling for your younger sister, which is part of your agreement, soul contract with her, is to show her how to do this. And then for the next generation also. So so many will benefit from what you're doing right now. Uh, and make sure you do it for yourself. Do this for you. Um, Let me get still and see what else there is. You're on the right track to not settle. You know that. I think you know all of this. Just want to go to solutions of what you can do. Protective bubble around yourself whenever you're going to interact with extended family. And then they just said something else. Protective bubble even when you're not around them, which is keeping out the negative judgment, judgmental thoughts in stuff that's coming towards you. And so they're showing me it's a clear bubble because it's still important, even with this bubble image, to let your light shine through it and out. Okay, I get it. So I hope you get it. Let's see if there's anything else. It's 20 minutes in, so I want to see. What else needs to come through in this moment? Hold on, please. It has to do with giving yourself permission to follow your dream and not allow others to um, take your power away. And this is a tough one. I'm not saying this is easy, but the advice is that you're going to lead the way on this. And the first thing is really with intention to take your power back. Take your power back because you know what you want to do, but it's not strong enough energetically with the law of attraction. What you're putting out is, I know I shouldn't, I don't want to settle, and I'm not going to settle, but there's this feeling of, oh, here's the word resignation coming back around. You're resigned to the idea that you'd rather be alone, and you might be alone rather than settle. You're never going to settle. And everything makes sense. It's understandable, but with the law of attraction here, it's like I'm not settling and I'm taking my power back and I'm attracting someone absolutely wonderful that we're deeply and madly in love. And I know I deserve this, and no matter what others say, I stay true to the truth of my being. And so it's claiming your power and knowing that you deserve to be free of these burdens. So it's a self-love thing in there. You're deserving and you're worthy of being free of the burdens that all those beliefs from the extended family are affecting you. So yeah, I hope this is helpful. Uh, there may be more, but I just feel like it's a lot. Let's let it go at this for now, because I feel like there's more, like I want to help you more. Like now that we know what it is, what do I do about it? But I think that this part was really about clarity and understanding of, well, what is going on, a little bit about what to do about it. But I think I want to hold off and let you process everything and see how you feel about it. Let me know. You can DM me and we'll move forward. We'll move forward. You're meant to have love, beautiful, glorious love, and all my love. And thank you so much. Okay, all my love. Bye for now.